Hello, Mike Aguilera here. And I want you to join me on this fun exercise that will show you the power of subconscious communication and how that impacts rapport. So what I want you to do is spell out the word POTS, P-O-T-S. Either spell out it in your mind or you can say it out loud. I'm going to say POTS and then simply go P-O-T-S after I say POTS. Just follow along with me. And then after that, after we do that a few times, I'm going to ask you a simple question. Here we go. Ready? POTS. P-O-T-S. Spell it out. POTS. P-O-T-S. POTS. P-O-T-S. One more time. POTS. P-O-T-S. What do you do when you come to a green light? You? If you're thinking stop, you're wrong. At a green light, you go. So what happened? What did I do that influenced you to think of stop when you know you should have said go? And that's very powerful, because what are you doing that you want someone to say go, hire me, buy my products, or trust me with confidence, and they're getting a mixed message. So you want to create a strong message in that first few seconds and during the conversation to create that rapport, to maintain that rapport and maintain that trust and confidence. So in this exercise, there's a few things that happen, actually three things. One is the word POTS, P-O-T-S. It's actually stop spelled backwards. And it sounds like stop. So there are certain words that you may be using that will impact the rapport and the message. Either creating a strong positive message, as I mentioned, to work with me or buy from me with confidence or hire me, or maybe a mixed message, a negative message. The second thing was with my body motion. I did something with my hand. If you caught it, I did the universal international symbol of stop with my hands this way. So my motions also influence you to start thinking about stop. And then the last thing that I did was with my voice. I increased it as a sense of alarm or to be alerted. What do you do when you come to a green light? You. And so all of those combined caused you to think of stop instead of go. And so as I mentioned before, what are you doing when you're meeting someone for the first time, or maybe having a follow-up meeting, and are you creating a strong, consistent message? This is part of what I call my instant rapport formula, and there's 4 parts. This is part of it. The 4 parts are: 1, the mindset. What you can do with your mindset to create a sense of confidence, unstoppable confidence, and also to create that charisma and rapport that you want to have with people, that certain magnetism. And the system that I teach, that I'm certified in, is called NLP, as in Neuro-Linguistics Programming. That's in the neurons, the mind, and the thoughts. Linguistics, the language, both verbal and nonverbal. And the programming, the certain programs and systems people go through, you do, to make decisions, or how we see the world. And so the big element of that is how you create rapport using all those together. NLP would model after therapists that were creating amazing change in people, helping them overcome phobias and create breakthroughs in their lives and bad habits, to break bad habits. And so there's therapy elements of NLP that will help you empower yourself, and there's also elements of NLP in regards to communications, how the therapists were talking to the clients, understanding them, reading them, and talking their language. And so that's what I'll share with you in my instant rapport formula. Those 4 elements. The first is a mindset, what you can do to really connect with people, and they get the sense that you're connecting with them. Number 2 is the contact. The first few seconds that you meet somebody, what you should do to create a strong, positive connection. And there's a book that came out by Maxwell Gladwell called Blink, as in the blink of an eye. And so I refer to this as a good positive blink effect. And he did studies and has some great information in his book that talks about first impressions and intuition. And in the first 7 seconds, someone will have an impression or intuition about you. So you want to create a strong blink effect. And there's things you can do with your body motion, your body language, the way you move, where you stand, how you approach people. In those first few seconds, you can create a good, strong blink effect. And then the third element is the conversation. When you're talking to somebody and having that conversation, what you should be listening for, watching, picking up, and questions you can ask that will reveal how that person makes decisions or how they see the world, because it will be different than the way you do it, how you see the world, how you make decisions. So with NLP, you can find out some powerful information that will help you really connect with people so they get the sense of, you're speaking my language, I really understand what you're saying, or I really have the sense of connection that you understand me. And so there's some techniques and some questions to ask. And the other thing about the conversation, some people may have a certain preconceived idea about you already, meaning they have a preconceived idea about women, about someone a certain age, or someone dresses a certain way, or maybe they have tattoos. And so during the conversation, you will have an opportunity to change that perception and create a strong, powerful rapport where they say, you know, I didn't think I was going to get along with that person, but I really like this person. I really connected with this person. So that can happen during the conversation. And the fourth element of the instant rapport formula is the follow-up. Should you have to follow up and you want to maintain that rapport or re-engage it, there's some key things you can do when you follow up. And so that is part of the element, or those are the four elements of the instant rapport formula. And this exercise showed you the power of when you're connecting with someone, you want to connect with them in a strong way. Otherwise, you can create mixed messages where you leave the meeting and you're thinking, how come I didn't connect with that person? How come things didn't happen the way I wanted them to happen? So I will share with you those four elements, some powerful information and techniques that will instantly help you. Thank you for listening to your success. Bye now.